Grab your snacks, hide your showmance, and dive into the Big Brother drama with Kinda Unhinged. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am back with another Big Brother video, and yes, season premiere. We are finally here. We are finally here. Season premiere, episode 1 recap. Let's get right into it. No fluff. So, of course, we begin the episode by Julie introducing us to the new theme, which is Hotel Mystère. And then we get a glimpse into the first 8 house guests' personal lives. And we see them getting their keys like we see every year. And then they're all on stage. So, the first 4 house guests to enter the house are Zach, Amy, Adrian, and Kelly. So right after we see them enter, we cut to a shot of a ticking time bomb with 9 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. And then the next 4 house guests to enter are Ashley, Keanu, Riley, and Lauren. And then right off the bat, Zach is already eyeing up Lauren. He's like, he likes what he sees. So then we get the next 8 house guests. So then the next 4 house guests into the house are Mickey, Zay, Catherine, and Jimmy. And they are followed by the last house guests, which are Vince, Ava, Will, and Morgan. So once they've all moved in, we pan back over to the ticking time bomb, which is now at 5 minutes. And of course, we see them interacting with each other, getting to know each other. At one point, Mickey takes Riley's hat and she's wearing it. Apparently, she has a little crush on him. And then we see the time bomb. I mean, it's ticking, ticking, ticking. We're down to 1 minute. And Julie calls the house guests into the living room. And then she points out the HOH relic. It's a relic box, and she said that holds all the power of the HOH this year. And then she tells them, "You've probably noticed all the artwork in the house." And she's talking, and then all of a sudden, she says, "Expect the," and before she can finish unexpected, the lights go out. The relic box disappears, Julie disappears. Only thing that's left behind is her shoe. So then we get this guy like in a red mask with these crazy eyes, and he's like, "Yeah, I stole Julie and I stole the HOH relic box. What are you guys gonna do about it?" Then they get a phone call and it's Julie saying, "So you guys need to break into 2 search parties. 8 of you guys need to come and find me. 8 of you guys need to go find the HOH relic." Then she hangs up. So they do that. So they break up into the 2 groups. And this is where we get our first competition. It's broken into two different competitions. So our first competition is the one that saves Julie. So they had to build this bridge with these giant puzzle pieces. And once they built the bridge, then they could cross the bridge and go over to these doors. And Julie was behind one of these doors. So they had it downstairs and they had it upstairs with these doors. And the tormentor was like, "Hey, I've cloned Julie's voice, so you have to figure out which one's the right Julie." And they were giving hints on what Julie was wearing. So Adrian gets his bridge done. He sprints over to the doors. He starts listening. He covers the whole first row. Well, Zach, when he gets his bridge finished, he thinks, "Hey, Adrian's already listened to all the doors at the bottom. So I'm not even gonna waste my time with that. I'm just gonna run straight upstairs." So we see Zach run upstairs. He runs up the left side. Adrian's finished. He's coming up the right side. So Zach, big brain energy, he uses Adrian's work. So he goes to the door that Adrian hasn't went to, and he's like, "I hope she's in here." And lo and behold, Julie was in there. He gives her a big hug. And I just have to say, it was great seeing Julie interact with the house guests. Like, we don't really see that a lot. We're used to chin bots. So to see her interacting with them was great. I love that. I hope they do more of that this season. You know what? Overall, this was just such a great premiere. This was like one of the best premieres that we've had in a very long time. But anyway, back to the game. So, yeah, so Zach wins that competition. Then we switch over to the next competition, which is the competition to save the HOH relic. So, for this competition, the mastermind hid the HOH relic box among a bunch of other boxes that look like it. And they had to figure out which one was the right relic box. And if you picked the wrong relic box, you were dropped through a trap door. And let's just say we saw 6 people drop through that trap door. But anyway, but anyway, Jimmy was the last one standing. He won that prize. So now all is good with the world again. We have stopped this tormentor. They blew up his lair. It was great. So now we have Julie back. We have the HOH relic back. Zach and Jimmy were promised that they would win something because they were the ones who saved Julie and saved the HOH relic box. So Zach is told by Julie that he wins 10K. And I'm like, yo, 10K right out the gate on day one. That's amazing. And that's great, right? So Jimmy, I know he's thinking in his head, okay, he won 10K. He saved Julie. What am I going to win? Jimmy wins the power to decide who gets to play in the first HOH competition, which is only going to be 4 players, not the entire house. He gets to choose who's going to play in this competition. And I feel like Jimmy felt slighted because he should have. Because I want to win 10K. Who cares? Who cares about this? We'll get to that though. We'll get to that. So Jimmy, he talks to, everybody in the house, and most of the people are like, hey, I'll sit this one out. I don't want to play the first HOH. This is, who wants to put a target on their back week 1? Okay. So eventually he finds 3 other people that he feels like he can trust, and he decides that he's going to go with Ashley, Adrian, and Vince. Okay. So we get to the HOH competition. So this competition is a balancing competition. So they have these cores, and there's 3 bars, and they have to balance all 3 of those out. So this was kind of an arduous task, I'll be honest, but luckily they cut through it pretty quickly. But anyway, Vince pulls this competition out and he wins, and he becomes the first HOH of the season. And I know Jimmy is feeling slighted. I know he is, because Zach won 10K and all you won was the opportunity to pick who was going to beat you at the HOH competition. That's a sham if I ever heard one. All right, so after the HOH competition, they're all brought back into the living room, and Julie says, hey, you guys remember the BBAI arena from last year? And they're all like, yeah. She's like, it's back, and now it's permanent, and it's called the BB Blockbuster. So instead of 2 house guests, you gotta nominate 3. And Vince is now kind of shaking in his boots like, oh boy, now I'm gonna have 2 people mad at me instead of 1. Then the highlight of the night, Julie drops the bomb on them that, hey, you guys got another house guest. And lo and behold, it's Rachel Riley. And I can't be more happy. She is the GOAT of Big Brother. Argue with your mom. Do not argue with me, because she is the GOAT and I'm here for it. So soon after Rachel arrives, then we find out the mastermind pops back on the screen, and I thought we blew that guy up. So what are you doing back? And he's like, hey, I didn't do all this by myself. I had an accomplice. And guess what? Rachel's not your 17th house guest. The accomplice will be. And everybody's like, what? Who's the accomplice? Yeah, so apparently it's one of the first 16. They're the accomplice, and on Sunday the rest of the house guests have to try to figure out if they can determine who the accomplice is, and it's really giving traitors to me. So I don't think they'll find out who the secret accomplice was, and I think that person will stay in the game. I hope America finds out. And honestly, I have no idea who that accomplice might be. I have no idea. I mean, I could guess maybe it's Jimmy, maybe it's Zay. He looked a little bit sketch, or maybe it's Morgan. I don't know, but you guys let me know, who do y'all think the secret accomplice is? Let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, that was pretty much it for this episode. Like I said earlier, this was a great premiere episode. I loved it. I think this is going to be a great summer. I'll be here all summer long, so please stay tuned. Lock in with me. Subscribe. It's going down this summer in the BB house, Hotel Mystère. Thank you so much for watching.
Flurries, you better grab a life vest.